Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I will present of my methods of attentive reading by Anggi Mugiarti. And the title is Examination Question as Form of Communication Between the Examiner and the Examinee, a Sociolinguistic Perspective on Assessment Practice by Filio Constantino. The first is sociolinguistic. As discipline, the sociolinguistic can be described as the study of speaker choice. Its principal task is to uncover, describe, and interpret the socially motivated restriction on linguistic choices. Solmas, 2013, page 11. Language. In sociolinguistics, language is understood as a pool of resources, age, grammatical structure, vocabulary, from which individuals draw linguistically. Typical, the choice of resources is not arbitrary, but is dependent on the context of communication. The context of communication, defined by a number of situational variables, see ages, Weber and Conrad, 101, Halliday, 1994, Halliday and Hassan, 1989. These include the topic of communication, ages, technical, non-technical, sensitive. The purpose of communication, e.g., the pursuit, to inform, to entertain. The channel of communication, speaking, writing. The circumstance of message production, e.g., real-time communication, asynchronous communication. The relationship between the interactions, e.g., symmetrical, asymmetrical. And the last is the setting, e.g., time of communication, place of communication. Examination question. In the literature, examination questions are typically portrayed and discussed as measurement tools, e.g., Cripps, Johnson, and Constantino. 218, Cripps, Johnson, and Novakovic. 2012, Chris and Swery. 206, Elwood, Hippenbeck, and Bates. 2017, Pauline Hutchinson at Switzel and De Luca, 1985, and or a socially and culturally constructed artifact, Elwood and Marpy, page 183. See also Constantino, Scripps, Johnson, 2018, McNamara and Rover, 206. Communication situation. What is communication situation? A communication situation that occurs regularly in society in terms of participant, settings, of language structure and language use. Different by page 20. Situation as they represent a conventional route via which teachers tend to assess students. In the communication situation, teacher and student are the interactants, and assessment is the purpose of communication, with writing serving as the channel of communication. Given their recurring and situated nature, it seems reasonable to expect that examination questions are characterized by a distinctive constellation of linguistic forms. Examination questions as hard and soft comments. As mentioned earlier, the vast majority of past examination questions were pressed as imperative sentence, 77%. In general, imperative sentence can perform a wide range of functions or speech acts. She guaranteed 208, including ordering, e.g., stop talking, requesting, e.g., pass the salt please, or advising, e.g., try to calm down. As a close look at the two corpora suggested, when processed as imperative sentence, examination questions typically function as hard order or hard commands, like describe the factors that need to be considered to analyze and the claim that ethical monotheism is find the rate of change of the weight of water. Express this equation in the form. In general, hard comments tend to reflect or construct a power relationship between the interacting parties, namely the party that issues the comment and the party that expended the executed comment. As the emergence from qualitative analysis of the specimen examination questions, in some cases, this asymmetrical relationship between the empowered examiner and the disempowered examinee was attended by the presence of certain expression or mitigating device. She, Brown and Levison, 1987, Holmes, 1984, Taylor, 2012. As shown in the given here, these include remember to, you might wish to, and you should, like remember to support your answer with reference, or you might wish to consider how the data might be captured. Or maybe you should make relevant reference to your reader reading. The conclusion is this paper has argued that there are more facts to examination questions than those assume or investigate to do it. As the study has demonstrated, one clearly invisible phase that examination question is the sociolinguistic one. From a sociolinguistic point of view, examination questions are an act of communication or text via which the examiner communicates with the examinee. In the general, this study sought to introduce a new way to saying into the field of educational assessment. This new lens complements exciting perspectives in the assessment community, illuminating aspects of the assessment process that are currently unacknowledged. Arguably, a similar approach to that adopted in the study can be used to cast light on the nature and underlying mechanism of the other's important form of communication that take place between teacher and students, a process whereby the implicit roles of education discourses become explicit and an project of integration is desirable. Such a process can help to optimize the interaction among education actors, which in turn may have a positive impact on student educational development. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.